I clearly failed at being a better husband, but I'm glad I found you, Harley. I've got to go. You know where to find me when you have an answer. My point is that Owen could try to still be Wanda's hero by searching for the so-called truth of me holding something over your heads, when in reality, your daughter lied about my son. Just my 2 cents. I do see sense. Devontae is a demon. He sent those demons to bother me, and he wants to take all of us out. Devontae? How do you feel? I'm ready to get this over with. I just want to make sure I don't lose custody of Kiev, and I can't wait to show the world how I gained an amazing woman. Thanks for agreeing to meet with me. Thanks for finally reaching out to me after all this time, Gianni. But I have a feeling about what you wanted to meet with me about. Are we over? What are you doing here, Owen? I came here to see how you are feeling since Devontae will soon be tried with taking the life of your best friend. Jeremiah's not home. Do you know when he'll be back? Is something wrong with your memory, Devontae? Did you forget that Jeremiah specifically told you not to reach out to him until you meet him in court? I don't mind waiting for him to get back. All right, Commissioner, do you mind telling the court why you and Terry have decided to divorce? Terry filed for a divorce because I was unfaithful. Were you unfaithful once or multiple times? Objection. Your Honor, the facts of my client's affair is irrelevant. Your Honor, my reason for questioning is to determine Commissioner Burke's integrity and to figure out what sort of home his son would be brought up in. Sustained. Now, Commissioner, I won't ask how many times you were unfaithful. All I ask is if it was a single mistake or a choice you decided to make over again. I was unfaithful multiple times with the same woman, if you want specifics. Can you tell the court exactly who you were unfaithful with? Objection! Once again, this is irrelevant. Your Honor, the identity of Commissioner Burke's mistress can explain why he was unfaithful to my client and to make it clear whether this woman would be in the child's life or not. Sustained. I cheated on my wife with D.A. Heidi Russo. And to be clear, the affair ended before the year began, so she won't be in Kiev's life. But you still work closely with D.A. Russo. Your jobs require you to ensure that those who break the law face the proper punishment. Most of all, D.A. Russo has a respectable profession in this town, yet you still decided to pursue her. Commissioner Burke, how long have you been seeing D.A. Russo? The affair started and ended over 20 years ago, and it rekindled late last year. D.A. Russo was already married at the time your affair began. Is that correct? That's correct. Which means that if your son lives under your roof, then he would be staying with a father who not only dishonored his vows, but did not care that the mistress already had a family of her own. Is that correct? That's correct. I truly did fall in love with you, Quinlan. That's clear. But what isn't clear is if you still want to be with me. Your younger brother, his actions, selling substances to Max, could have cost him his life. I could have buried my son because of Zeke's choices. That's not something that I can turn the other cheek for. It makes things complicated between us. What's worse is hearing from Heidi that he won't face any charges for what he's done. Gianni, believe me when I say that Zeke is facing a harsher punishment than prison time. That's what Heidi explained, but she didn't tell me exactly what this harsher punishment was. I am so sorry, Owen. You came here for my well-being, and here I am questioning your motive. Honestly, seeing Devontae face the justice system has been a long time coming. Only if I opened my big mouth, then he would have faced justice a long time ago. From what I remember you telling me, you were a teenager when you found out that Devontae seduced Elvira. That doesn't excuse the fact that I made the wrong choice when I knew right from wrong. Because of my silence, Devontae could have gotten away with his crimes, and I'll never forgive myself for that. Wouldn't it be a bad look for you if I called the police and they drag you out of here, Devontae? Be reasonable, Shelly, because I am a reasonable man. This isn't up for discussion. I want you out. What if I get out of your life for good? In order to do that, all you need to do is convince Jeremiah to drop this lawsuit against me. Commissioner Burke, do you regret having an affair with D.A. Russo? After seeing that it cost me my marriage and hurt my son, I feel tremendously remorseful. Would you ever teach your son to degrade women? Never. I would teach him that if he finds someone special, to treat them like the greatest gift he's ever received. Like you explained to the court before, you spent 2 decades without sleeping with D.A. Russo, right? That's right. Why exactly did you decide to sleep with D.A. Russo after all these years, especially when you had a family of your own? I felt like the spark with my wife was long gone. Soon after we were married, she grew cold and had seemed like she had no desire to keep our marriage thriving. Did it make you feel lonely? Objection. She's leading the witness. Let me rephrase. Commissioner, how did your wife's coldness make you feel? Unloved, which is why I decided to find love somewhere else. No further questions. Wow, this whole time I assumed that Heidi told you what she's made Zeke do. She's making my 17-year-old brother be an informant against the organization he sells substances for. But since your son overdosed on those substances, I don't think you're fazed by it. What sort of organization is it, Quinlan? It's too risky to say, but I hope that it will be revealed soon. I just hate that Zeke got sucked into it. But let's get back to why you're really here. Since you hadn't answered my question, Gianni, I'll make it easy for you. We should call it a day. But what about Adaku Bello? You're speaking up right now, aren't you? Better late than never when it comes to doing the right thing. I guess I don't. I'm sure that Elvira would be proud of the woman you've become. Even though I'll be prosecuting Devontae, you can still count on me to be an encouragement for you throughout the trial. Thank you, Owen. Your kindness is always appreciated. What are you doing here? I'm not convincing my husband to do anything. You got yourself in this mess, Devontae. There's no getting yourself out of it. Not when you're a danger to my family. Not when you need to pay for the crimes you committed. You sure are a bold woman for someone who thinks that I'm the devil. Devontae, if you don't leave right now, then expect more charges to be added onto your list. Calling the police on me will be a big mistake. I'm not in the mood to deal with any more problems in my life. Dr. Burke, can you explain what sort of home you will provide for your son? He'll be staying in a familiar place and will be taught good habits. I'm certain that his father won't provide that for him. I've always been the one to make more in the house with my position as chief of staff in the hospital. so Keith will always be provided for. No further questions. Dr. Burke, will you be providing a safe environment for your son? Of course. Oh, really? Do your friends come over your house? I don't really invite people over to my house at all. What sort of friends do you have? Objection. This question is irrelevant. Let me rephrase my question then. Dr. Burke, are you friends with Devante Torres? The same Devante Torres who is being charged with the passing of 17-year-old Elvira Russo, who he had an affair with when she was underage? I'll be fine when it comes to Adaku. As for us, I don't think that it would have ever worked out. You might have a point. I really wish things had been different between us, Quinlan. But things can be different between you and Heidi. You two have been married for over 26 years. Don't throw it away over what we had and over the choices which she regrets. I hope you find someone good, Quinlan. Goodbye. Alright, I'll spend Christmas with you, but under one condition. Name it. Please don't make me wear matching pajamas with you. Deal. I did. Yvette, don't be disrespectful. I dropped the charges, didn't I? Why are you here? ADA Grant is a friend and he's welcomed in my house anytime. It's okay, Wanda. I'll go. It was good seeing you. What is wrong with you? Do you want to extend your punishment? I don't. And that's why I don't want him around. I'm not trying to go to prison for lying about Max because of him. Yvette, your father and I won't let you go to prison. Well, if ADA Grant keeps on coming here, then he might put two and two together. Mom? Mom? No. 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 You don't got the guts. You're on my property, and I've got every right to shoot intruders. If you pull the trigger, there will be consequences. There will definitely be consequences when I have to explain to your daughter, Ulissa, why she's attending her father's funeral because I had to protect my family. Mom! You wanna shoot me, huh? You wanna shoot me? Do you wanna shoot me? Watch your mother go. Say bye-bye, JJ. Say bye-bye. You'll never see her again. Never. You'll never see her again. Never. Say bye-bye to mommy, JJ. Say bye-bye, mommy. Bye-bye, mommy. Bye.